Yo guys, Mike for Sim Racing 604 here, and like many of you, I sit down roughly 20 Sundays each year and take in F1 racing action, and I say things like, why did they put Russell on the hards, or why did Ferrari not pit under that VSC? And this is me strangely ignoring the fact that I'm a man shaking his fist at a TV questioning the actions of a professional race strategist. But what if I actually was in control? What if tire selection, tire strategy, pit timing, when the drivers push, and so forth was actually up to me? This is exactly what F1 Manager 22 allows you to do. So today I'm going to put myself into the best case scenario. I'm a strategist for Haas, and the FIA has gifted me a reverse grid at the US Grand Prix, so I'm going to see if I can finish the race with my two Haas cars in the points. Let's go. Okay, so here we go. 5th and 7th for my Haas cars. And let's immediately go on board with Mick Schumacher, who is chasing down, looks to be Zhou Guan Yu. Of course, very tight. We're going to go ahead and push just slightly. Try and see if we can get a position here on the opening lap. And we got two Williams ahead of us. Mick Schumacher now up into 4th position, and two Williams ahead, so we should be able to get up even higher. We should be able to ascend, maybe even get into 1st position. Kevin Magnussen still in 7th position. He's right on the tail of Lance Stroll with Pierre Gasly chasing. Let's have a look backwards here. Whoops. Where is it? There we go. Pierre Gasly. Looks like we got a bit of a gap. We're building a bit of a gap thanks to that push. Alright, so let's go ahead and skip ahead until DRS is enabled. Alright, so here we go. We are still on board with K-Mag running 6th. Mick Schumacher in 4th position, chasing down Nicholas Latifi. This should be a pretty easy overtake. There we go. Kevin Magnussen. Oh, that was on Lance Stroll to get into 6th. So Mick Schumacher chasing down Latifi. How can that be? Oh, I see. 0.272 seconds. Don't mind me. Can't read timing. Should be able to get this in the next DRS zone, which is coming up in a second here. Let's have a quick look on board with Mick Schumacher. As I say, he should get this DRS open. Let's go, Mick. Let's go, Mick. Let's go, Mick. Gap is there on the inside line. Will Mick Schumacher get this? Not quite. K-Mag, how are you doing? Right on the tail of... Oh, K-Mag is on the tail of Mick Schumacher. Okay, so we've got it all bunched up. We've got two Haas cars together. Let's go ahead and skip ahead. Alright, so we don't seem to be able to gain any positions here. I am going to back off on the fuel consumption here because we're a little bit negative. But let's see if we can do some overtaking here. We're going to use some of that ERS energy. Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys. Currently 4th and 5th, so I'm very happy. This is a good position to be in. We should be able to... This is Mick Schumacher on Nicholas Latifi. And by the way, massive gap in front of Latifi to Albon. Almost 5 seconds. So we got two Haas cars attacking Latifi here. We should be able to get this done quickly. Let's speed this up a little bit. Coming onto the start-finish straight very shortly, which should be, I hope, 2 overtakes on Latifi. Let's see what goes on here. One more turn to go. Alright, let's see how this plays out. So we got K-Mag going for it here. He is past Latifi. Let's go on board Schumacher. Schumacher gets him as well. That's awesome. Alright, so as long as my Haas cars don't take each other out, we are in good position. Currently running 3rd and 4th. Massive gap though, unfortunately. 5.5 seconds is the gap to Alex Albon, so I'm going to have to skip ahead here. And we got to keep an eye on... Actually, I'm going to back off my ERS deploy here. Mick Schumacher seems to be a little bit more... conserving a little bit more ERS energy, but I do have to keep an eye on that. 77% tires for Mick Schumacher softs and 84% for the mediums of Kevin Magnussen. Let's go ahead and skip ahead. Alright, so Mick Schumacher just got fastest lap. He's still on that aggressive ERS deploy. I'm going to dial that back down to neutral. So currently looking at a 4.5 second gap. So we've taken out a 1 second, or taken out 1 second of the gap from Mick Schumacher to Alex Albon. Kevin Magnussen right there with Mick Schumacher. The two of them, as you can see, running basically neck and neck, which is great as long as they don't take each other out. And then Kevin Magnussen has built a gap, if we look backwards here, of 1.8 seconds to Pierre Gasly. Okay, Kevin Magnussen now up into 3rd position. That's totally fine. All right, skipping ahead. All right, so Kevin Magnussen has overtaken Alex Albon, who is dropping like crazy. So we should be able to get Schumacher past. Oh, Schumacher is past Albon. All right, so we're now running 2 and 3. Let's have a quick look here while we have a second at our pit windows. All right, so we're into the pit window for Mick Schumacher on his soft tires. So if we look here, ideal would be lap 12. If we look at Kevin Magnussen, same thing. On the mediums, his ideal would be lap 16. So we'll keep an eye on that for sure. But the good news is with F1 Manager 2022, it has this little pit window kind of cheat bar here and tells you when you get into the ideal. But we're looking for lap 12 and currently running lap 9. So Zhou Guanyu 3.7 seconds ahead of Kevin Magnussen, and then Mick Schumacher, I believe, is right there with Magnussen. I think that DRS is kind of keeping them competitive with each other. I don't think we'll be able to take out that 3.7 seconds, but that is fine. And then looking further back in the field, George Russell is last. Then we have Red Bull, Ferrari, Red Bull. So where is... Okay, so the threats here are definitely Carlos Sainz in that Ferrari running 14th, Lewis Hamilton in the Mercedes in 13th. So they are starting to ascend the field quickly, and certainly in the back half of the race they are going to become competitive. So we're going to try and pull out as much as we can here while we can, build a gap and get ourselves in a comfortable position. We've got about 3 more laps to the first pit stop for Haas, and then we'll see where we land after that. All right, so looks like it is time to stop. So strategy is to go from soft to medium. So let's see if we can find a set of mediums. There we go. Car parts, I think we're good. So we're going to pit this lap for Mick Schumacher.
Box now, Mick, box now. Box.
Don't need to watch all that. Let's go ahead and skip ahead here in time. There we go. All right, let's see what happens here for Mick Schumacher. Currently running second before he went into the pits. And let's see what happens with his pit stop. Should be a quick one, I hope. And Kevin Magnussen now in his pit window, not on the ideal lap yet. Let's get in and out of there quick, Mick. All right, 3.6, so pretty much right on the predicted. So we're doing okay. We can speed that up. And then we're going to come into Kevin Magnussen's pit window, or sorry, into his ideal very soon in about 3-4 laps time. All right, so Kevin Magnussen now into the ideal pit window. So let's go ahead. He's going medium, medium, hard. Of course, we have to use 2 compounds here, so I'm going to choose a second set of mediums for him. 3.3 seconds, the predicted pit time. Kevin Magnussen in the pits right now. Let's make sure this goes okay. Again, targeting 3.3 seconds. Track is now well rubbered in, so good news on the speeds there. We got a few more options as far as pushing if we need to, but currently we're doing well. So Kevin Magnussen was running first. I think that was by dint of pit stops, but that's fine. All right, so we're back out there. Let's have a look at where we are here before I speed things up. So Mick Schumacher running a legit third right now. That's awesome. Lots of life in his tires, doing okay on fuel. I can push a little bit, maybe gain a bit of time. No sense going home with extra fuel. Kevin Magnussen now on a fresh set of mediums. Everything looking good in the K-Mag world as well. Currently running 5th, even after pit stop, so we're doing okay. Having a look at our competitors, Max Verstappen up to 8th. Hopefully Max Verstappen has not pitted. I don't know how to check that, but that's fine. Yeah, we know Verstappen's going to come at us at some point and likely win this race, but we just got to try and make the most of what we have right now. So what we have right now, Mick Schumacher running 3rd, 3 seconds to the car ahead, 3 seconds to the car behind. He's doing fine. Kevin Magnussen, car in front is Mick Schumacher, car behind is Ocon. Unfortunately, Ocon right there. You can see Ocon chasing us from behind. So very, very close. So maybe... oh, that was a recent overtake. Okay, that's great. On those fresh tires. All right, so let's go ahead and speed ahead. All right, so Mick Schumacher, for some reason, ran wide. Where is Mick now? He's doing fine. 2 seconds to the car behind, which is us, which is Magnussen. And then Zhou Guan Yu 4.2 ahead, so nothing new to report. Everything looking good except for Verstappen running in 4th position and slowly hunting us down. This is, yeah, you know what's going to happen. Also, Lewis Hamilton running 7th, Carlos Sainz running 8th. So the inevitable is soon to become very real. All right, so jumping back in here, if we go on board with Mick Schumacher and look backwards, I cringe to do this, but that guy there, the guy running the #1 car, the #1 Red Bull, is right behind you. Yeah, we've seen this all year in real F1. We know what comes next. This ain't good. This ain't good at all. Max going for it. And frankly, I'm okay with it. Whoops. Yeah, it is what it is. We knew this was coming. Max Verstappen.
Just getting to a rhythm.
Oh, got the double DRS, that's why. Not that this would at all cancel each other out in real life. I'm pretty sure the Red Bull has straight line speed on a Haas, but we'll see. Anyway, Max Verstappen through past Mick Schumacher and now chasing down Kevin Magnussen. Yeah, we'll totally catch them up. I'm not sure we will, but that's fine. All right, so everything looking good right now overall. I think K-Mag... Where are we doing, or how are we doing here? K-Mag doing pretty good on the tires. I'm going to go a little bit harder there. And then ERS energy in both cases, right about where we'd want to be. There's no fight right now, so I'm going to keep that ERS. Schumacher on his mediums, he's down a bit, so I'm going to keep the pace where it is. So still pretty happy with where things are. 2nd and 4th right now, so doing okay. Look at this. Look at this. Kevin Magnussen with the overtake on the reigning world champion. How about that? It's not going to last, but that's fine. That's fine. He's in a Haas sandwich. All right, so quick update. At the midpoint of the race here, we've just entered the pit window for Mick Schumacher, 47%, so I think I can push a little bit here.
Can push even more.
And looking at the standings here, we got Magnussen running 2nd, Schumacher running 4th, Verstappen splitting them. Carlos Sainz is 2.6 behind and closing that gap quite quickly. So not great news, but doing okay overall. Schumacher falling back of Verstappen 4 seconds. So yeah, we kind of knew that would happen. So skip ahead to the pit stops. So we're into the optimal pit window here. Let's look. Where are we going? We're going on to the hards for Mick Schumacher. Have a fresh set here. Let's go ahead and bring him in. I see no reason to run him long or short. So it's K-Mag's time. Let's have a look here. Also going on to the hards. Both of my Haas cars will finish on the hards. And that is a required pit stop for K-Mag to get onto that 2nd compound. All right, so about 17 laps to go here. Just wanted to interrupt the pace of the race for a second, give you guys a rundown. So Max Verstappen running 1st overall, Zhou Guan Yu 2nd by 10 seconds, K-Mag just behind. Let's have a look on board K-Mag here. All right, hunting down Zhou Guan Yu. If he doesn't catch him, that's fine. We're running 3rd. We're in the points. Behind is Carlos Sainz. That's not great. They'll probably get us, but that's totally fine. As long as we finish in the points, we're okay. Mick Schumacher not having a great race back there. I'm going to give him a little bit of a push here. He's got lots of fuel. Same for K-Mag.
We will go to high fuel now.
Sergio Perez, 6.5 seconds roughly behind Mick Schumacher. He'll get that overtake. The question is, can Mick Schumacher finish in the points? I'm less worried about Kevin Magnussen up there running 3rd. We got, again, 17 laps to go. He's in a good position. Pierre Gasly is, let's see, 8 seconds clear of Leclerc and 2 seconds behind Sainz. So there's a 10-second buffer there, so K-Mag should comfortably finish in the points. I'm thinking 5th or 6th by the end of the race. Mick Schumacher, I am very worried about. That's a great overtake by Mick there. So back up into 7th position. So if we can keep this aggression, obviously we can't use the aggressive fuel map for the whole rest of the race, but if we can keep this up for a bit, we might be okay. Let's speed things up and see where we land. So multiple cars involved in a crash. Mick Schumacher running 7th right now. K-Mag running 4th. What's going on? Sector 3 crash. Not sure what happened there. Fernando Alonso, I guess, crashed. Let's watch the replay of this crash.
Let's take a look at the replay. So let's look at this. There's Sergio Perez.
All right, so what are we doing here? Sergio Perez, oh, got taken out by Alonso. All right, that was weird. Okay, so it looks like Mick Schumacher, Kevin Magnussen, 4th and 7th. We might be good here. We got about 12 laps to go, hoping we can keep them in the points. I've dialed the fuel maps back to normal so they can actually make it to the end of the race. What a concept. Mick Schumacher, it looks like, is just about in, just did gain on Bottas. It's not going to last forever, but we're doing okay. So the cars in front of us, we got a Red Bull, Ferrari in front of Mick Schumacher. So doing okay. And then in pursuit, we got those two AlphaTauris who are quite a ways back. So Mick Schumacher might actually be safe in 7th with 12 laps to go. Let's speed up a bit, see where we land. Oh, Mick Schumacher. Oh, death. Death. What happened, Mick?
There's Schumacher. Goodness me. They're completely off the racing line.
Yeah, they sure are completely off the racing line. Where is Mick going to rejoin? Mick rejoins in 8th position, 14 seconds, almost 15 seconds clear of Yuki Tsunoda, so not too bad. Pierre Gasly snuck through on that mistake, but that's okay. And then we have Kevin Magnussen. He is in a fight. Wow, what am I doing watching Mick Schumacher? So he's right on the tail of Zhou Guanyu, fighting for a podium position, amazingly. And then if we look backwards, we have Charles Leclerc on our tail. Leclerc's got to catch us, let's be honest. But we can still probably, with Bottas 9.5 seconds behind Leclerc, I think we could probably get 4th here. This is going to be awesome. So as long as Mick can hold on to 8th, K-Mag finishes where he is now. He's probably going to gain 1 on Zhou Guanyu, lose 1 to Leclerc. That's okay. If we finish 4th, I'd be very happy with that. All right, so barring something terrible, 2 laps to go. We have both Haas cars in points positions. That's great. Nobody behind Magnussen for 7.5 seconds. Behind him is Bottas. Kevin Magnussen running 5th. We didn't get the overtake on Zhou Guanyu, but he's actually still right there in the fight. So I am going to... Let's dial up the overtake for K-Mag. Why not? Why go home with the RS energy? Why go home with any rubber left on the tires? Let's go a little bit aggressive here. See if we can get 1 more position before the end of the race. Mick Schumacher, let's see, 12 seconds behind Pierre Gasly and 12 seconds ahead of Perez. So he's going to finish in 8th. That's 1 in the position in the points rather. And then K-Mag, let's see what's happening here. So Kevin Magnussen going for the overtake on Zhou Guanyu. And all that's ahead of them is 2 Ferraris and a Red Bull. So Magnussen got the overtake done. That's awesome. So I'm not going to push Mick Schumacher. He's done. As long as he can finish the race safely, I'm very, very happy with that 8th position for Mick. Let's see. K-Mag is going to be in an absolute battle with Zhou Guanyu for the remaining 1 lap of this race. They're on the start. Oh, no. Sorry. I always get confused there. They're on the start-finish straight in about 3 corners time.
Okay, good job. That's 1.
Verstappen on the last lap now. About to bring it home. 2 Ferraris ahead of us. I can't imagine any scenario where we catch the Ferraris on the last lap, so we're probably going to finish here in 4th, which I'm very, very happy about. Let's look backwards here, see how close. Oh, Zhou Guanyu going for it. We are doomed. All right, so the question now, can we make up that time? 0.3 seconds on Zhou Guanyu. I've got no fuel to burn. We're on overtake mode.
Looks like that was a position gained for Alfa Romeo.
34%. Do we push hard on the hard tires? Yeah, let's go. Let's attack these tires.
Come on, let's close the gap to the cars ahead. Copy that.
All right, K-Mag, let's see what you got, buddy. Let's see what you got. Nothing here, nothing here, nothing here. You're all right. Maybe something here. Whoa, that was close. All right, this is it. We should have gone through the DRS zone there. Yes. Okay. So looking backwards here. So we've got a little bit of a gap on Zhou Guanyu. 0.3, 0.4 seconds there. Got the overtake done early. So now, can we hold off Zhou Guanyu for the remainder of this lap? Let's go. Let's go, K-Mag. Let's go, K-Mag. Oh yeah, he's got this. He's got this. Look at that gap. Over a second now. So even if there was a remaining DRS zone, they would be out of it. All right, here we go. We're going to cross the finish line here in 4th position and almost caught the Ferraris.
Over the finish line and today's winner.
Yes, yes. All right, so we got 1 in the points. And Mick Schumacher bringing it home right now.
Good try.
Will comfortably finish in the points. 8 seconds behind, 4 seconds to the car ahead, 3.3 rather, ahead to Gasly. So 1 more turn to go. Don't blow it here, Mick. You got this. There we go. Bringing it home safe. All right. So we got 2 Haas's in the points. Mission accomplished. All right. This is super fun. If you think you can do better or you just want to give this a try, F1 Manager 2022. Excuse me. F1 Manager 22 now available. Thanks for watching.